Now, IPL auctions are also happening in Bengaluru, and here is the latest coming in. Another English player has now become a big buy. Lesser known pacer Taimur Mills has been bought for a whopping 14.5 crores by Bengaluru. Now, he recently played the T20 series in India and was hopeful of a good show, but even he would not have imagined that he would go for such mega bucks. Already we've seen Ben Stokes, who's made the cut for around same amount for Pune. And now Taimur Mills being grabbed by Bengaluru, and after Irfan Pathan, pacer Ishant Sharma also unsold for this round of auction. Saurabh Tiwari also unsold. Manoj Ojha also unsold for this auction. But the big news is of Ben Stokes. After him, Taimur Mills now being picked up by Bengaluru. Now, Indian spinner, Pragyan Ojha has been unsold. Let me go across to Rashesh, who's joining us for this detailed news. Now, Rashesh, take us through what's happening in this fresh round of auctions with Taimur Mills being the big packet.
That's right, Devina. The fast bowlers are breaking the bank at the Bangalore IPL auction. It was Ben Stokes first, the all-rounder with his ability to bowl medium pace, getting 14.5 crores, and now Taimur Mills, 12 crore rupees he'll take home, and an RCB's purchase to him. There are some others as well. Taimur Mills, of course, is a pace sensation, and Virat Kohli is RCB has always been sort of keen on having fast bowlers with serious pace. So, that's where Taimur Mills may have benefited. There are some other names as well. Trent Bolt, 5 crores for KKR, and Pat Cummins, 4.5 crores. Delhi Daredevils has got them. Mitchell Johnson, that's a steal of a buy for Mumbai Indians, going for his base price for 2 crores. But I think all this says that a number of overseas fast bowlers, those are the areas which some of the franchises wanted to plug in, and those who have been in the mix have benefited. Just to bring out the luck that goes around with IPL auction, Devina, there may have been some more talented people than the ones that were up for sale, but because the franchises needed them, they did not release them, and so they will end up making less money. Some of the likes of Taimur Mills and Ben Stokes, well, they didn't have as much competition. The franchises had more faith in them, and so they will take home some very handsome sum.
Well, Rajesh, while it was much expected that Ben Stokes will be eagerly bidded for being an all-rounder as well, Pune literally break bank to get him on board. But Taimur Mills seems to be a surprise package.
But not entirely surprising. The numbers may just, we can reflect on the numbers and say whether this player deserves it. But, that's not the way players are judged. The franchises purely look for whether they need a certain player. If there is a space, they will go for that player, to the length possible, and that's exactly what happened. Taimur Mills is, of course, got that X factor, and we expected the English players to get a lot more bidding this time around, and that's something that we are seeing. Owen Morgan, Ben Stokes, Taimur Mills all going for big money. The one surprise, or at least something that a talking point of the auction so far is not a single Indian player has been purchased or gone sold. And that's something that will change with time. I don't think we'll see too many known India players going for big money. But later on, when the uncapped players, the sort of unknown Indian players, the domestic players will come in the mix, a lot of the franchises may want to bid aggressively for them.
Absolutely, because Rashesh, you've had Irfan Pathan, you've had Ishant Sharma, Ojha also not making the cut, Saurabh Tiwari also not making a cut and failing to impress any of the cricket teams, and interestingly, many of them which are headed by the Indian cricketers as well. So why is it that now the Indians have not been able to make the cut so far?
Well, I think of the players that have been made available to the franchises so far in the auction, there have not been too many Indians. The two notable names that you mentioned, Irfan Pathan and Ishant Sharma, yes, they could have gone, but perhaps many would think Ishant Sharma, not exactly a T20 specialist, he could have perhaps kept his base price a lot more, a lot more modest base price. Then perhaps a few franchises would have gone for him. So he may have perhaps outpriced himself. He will still get another chance. But I think there is a serious possibility that if the franchises have already made up their minds and picked up good fast bowlers, Ishant Sharma could perhaps, the senior most Indian fast bowler, go unsold in this IPL auction. But I think Irfan Pathan will eventually find some buyers in the next round when they come in. But, like I said, Cheteshwar Pujara would be another batsman who will coming in the mix at some stage. We'll see if he finds some luck. But those unknown players, those uncapped Indian players, those are the ones that a lot of the franchises will go for, because then they can buy them at a much cheaper price, and they are the ones who play in the playing 11 all the time.
All right, thanks so much, Rashesh, for joining us. We'll keep coming back to you as the auction rounds are currently underway as well.